Hello. um, Hi. We're the Weasley sisters. Sorry. I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty. And this is episode 297.
Hi, I'm Allena, also known as Starnits. Today is November 14th. This is our monthly podcast, every other month, maybe. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a returning watcher or listener, welcome back. Our show notes can be found at the Weasley Sisters Podcast.wordpress.com.
Yeah, so grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Okay, do you have any mojo?
Well, I do. I have a picture of it because I made um, some baby sweaters and hats, but I already gifted them away. So let me pull that up and show that. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
nice.
those are cute.
Lighting is so horrible. I will post on Ravelry. They're not even on there yet. But just two little I think they're the 5-hour baby sweater or the seamless yoke baby sweater pattern. It's on Ravelry. It uses sport weight yarn, DK. I don't know, just a baby yarn is what I used. And then a hat. I also have both of those linked on Ravelry. I've used them a couple times. It's been my go-to thing for the past couple of baby gifts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people having babies. um and I made some gifts up at camp. I used a sock. Oh my gosh, not sock. Circular knitting machine for hats, not socks. And I made this hat, and then I made a matching cowl.
Cool.
Ish matching. But yeah, just simple. That's all my mojo. What about you?
I have a lot. So a lot of it is pictures because yes. So first off, I have to find it on my phone. A learn to crochet. So I wrote a pattern for teaching people how to crochet. And this was years ago. And I revamped it and made it for the shop.
Cute.
And that is the one that I made for the shop. It's in Barocco Ultra Wool. Um, just so that there's a sample for people to see, like if they take the class, eventually they'll be able to do it. So it's like made so that they can like expand on that. They don't need to make that mini doll blanket or placemat, whatever you want to call it. They would make um they could add skeins and squares and have a big like a lap blanket.
Yeah.
I also wrote a pattern called Learn to Crochet Scarf, which is available for sale on Ravelry. This is not me trying to sell you guys things, but it like takes you through um all the stitches and like working them together. So I made one and left it at the shop. You can see I took pictures of it at the shop. Sorry, let me get that ring light out of there. Anyway, um so there's that. I also made this one I have to show you. So I knit Andy. He wanted a deer hat. And so I knit him one out of this is Woolstock
That's so
tweed.
cute.
Yeah, so I made it and I made like this part extra long so he could fold it up. And he wanted it in these colors.
I love the deer.
So this was the Oh Dear pattern or Dear John pattern. And
On Ravelry.
yeah, on Ravelry. And I mean in our show notes I'll have this linked so you can see it. Um
I might have to
and
make some.
then Jessica let me borrow her Centro, which is a sock circular hat machine.
Not sock. I said that too earlier.
Yeah. So I cranked for practice using Universal Uptown Worsted. I cranked this hat, my very first one, and then I cranked this one. And then I gifted them plus a blue one that Jessica was showing me to the Greater Milwaukee Knitting Guild. They're collecting winter items for the public school system. So I donated those. And then I also cranked another hat out of Stitch Stuff yarn.
Nice.
See if I can, there we go. And you can't really see that picture very well. Let me see. And I actually, they always say to do 100, but it's like, I don't know. I felt like that 100 was too short. Like when I put it on, it came to like here.
Oh yeah.
So I did 150 and used up like the whole skein.
Yeah.
So then it could have like a fold. And that's one is with Stitch Stuff yarn and their tweed stuff base. And so I cranked that. I'm trying to see, like I'm going along this. And that is because they're going to be coming to Fox River Fibers for a trunk show. Oh, cool. And so I made a hat. And I am also calling it Finishing Fall right now. I'm trying to finish a lot of projects that I have in the works. So I finished this shawl.
It's beautiful.
It's the Calamity Shawl by Corin Porify. She's actually a local designer. She lives in Milwaukee. That's It's really a beautiful pattern. And I used hand spun. And it's like a baby Jacob wool fleece, like a lamb's fleece. Mm-hmm. And it was a lilac Jacob. So it was like a brown and white instead of it was like a gray brown and a white instead of like the dark brown and white, which Jacobs usually are. So they call it lilac, but like, look at how nice. So that is just like it wrapped around. It's so lovely. It's so wonderful. Anyway, so those are all of the knitting and crochet things that I finished.
Awesome.
So let's talk about whips. Do you have anything in progress?
I am currently working on a pair of socks for Chloe. I got the yarn at my local yarn shop called The Last Sheepicorn.
That's cool.
And the sock yarn is Universal Yarn Zesty Sock.
Cool. That hat that I made for Andy with the deer, I got the yarn at Last Sheepicorn too. Yeah.
It's like not focusing on that. Anyways. But yeah. So they're just my purse project. So they haven't been worked on too insanely much, but there's progress.
Yeah, that's cool.
So anyways, and then I also have a baby blanket, the zigzag blanket, which I think I saw a link to it on Facebook or something. It was some weird, you know how you get like ads for stuff. So then I went on Ravelry trying to find it, and I couldn't find the actual pattern, but I copied like the pattern and just put it in my notes. Like it's basically like and I changed it a tiny bit. But it's basically like one row and then you knit back. It's very simple. But this
I love it.
Is growing. And I'm almost done with this ball of yarn, which will be that's 2 balls, which I don't think it'll be long enough. So I bought one more to go on top. And I started with, it was the cupcake yarn from Lion Brand. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's, let me see, it goes up to, I think, this darker red color. Like that's all one ball right there. And then this is the second ball I got, which is mandala, which is what this third ball is. So, which they're all different, but I feel like they'll kind of go and whatever.
I like
the cupcake yarn was like discontinued, so which is why I had bought it like a long time ago and was thinking I'd make like a baby surprise jacket out of it because they're, you know, that weight or whatever, but I didn't. I made a baby blanket, but it works. So that's another thing that I'm working on. Let me look at my notes. the socks, and then a handspun boneyard, which I don't even remember where that is. It's probably over in my basket of stuff. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm obviously not currently working on that. What are you working on?
I am working on a lot of things. So first, I'm going to talk about some things. I was knitting a flax sweater for Bella in purple, but she wants a different sweater, and so this is the sweater she wants. So I'm going to frog my flax sweater.
How far did you get?
I was like on the yoke still.
Okay, that's
She
acceptable.
wants this pattern, which is fine. It's Essential Winter Sweater and Hat by Drops Design.
Okay.
So I went stash diving, and I have this yarn, which I was going to make a cardigan for myself. So it's vintage, which is like half wool and half acrylic.
Yeah.
Do you think that would steek okay?
Yeah, I mean, you could are you gonna sew it like reinforce it with a
Yeah.
sewing machine? Then it's fine.
That's what I was thinking. Anyway, so the pattern, instead of blue, it's going to be gray and the body, and then I have to buy like a cream, but then this will be like the accent.
Cool.
So like I only have to buy like 1 or 2 skeins, and I have a sweater quantity out. I also have this green. Like I was thinking of making a sweater with like different colors of green stripes in it, but I'll make her that sweater. And with that, so that's what I'm going to do with that. So I am frogging the flax sweater, so I'll have all of that back in my stash, which was Pacific yarn, I think, which was another wool blend. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Another wool blend. So yeah, and then do you remember the Albers vest I was knitting with my hand spun and the purple and green? I was looking at it, and I don't think I was going to have enough yarn, so I frogged it, and I'm going to knit this instead.
Well, that's cute though.
But
I like the vest you were making. That's a bummer.
I know, and I think the vest would work. I mean, I know I was getting gauge. I don't know, and I was like adjusting, and I was doing like shaping because it was pretty boxy. And I granted this new pattern that I found is pretty boxy, but I saw it on a plus size person, and it looked really cute, like over a shirt like this.
Yeah,
but I was thinking of wearing it over a dress. So I'm gonna knit this one and just do 3 color stripes. This pattern is called Yoshio by Luisa Ruiz de Aguirre. So it came in a 2-pack, so it had this pattern and then this pattern.
Oh, that one's cute too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the stripe one, but I'm just gonna have 3 stripes. So that's what I'm gonna do with that yarn. So those are like kind of works in progress. Like I'm trying to finish things before I start sweater.
Sure.
I have been working on. Oh, I didn't bring the bento bag, did I? Oh, it's over there. So I have been working on this chemistry set for the shop for a while, and I took it in, and left it there at a Universal Uptown Worsted. And I am working right now on another little flask. This is one I'm like closing it up.
Last year, wasn't it, when you started that?
Yeah, and it just sat there. So like I'm on a finishing kick, right? So that's one thing that I'm trying to finish. And I don't know where I'm working on a bento bag by Shayna Lines Designs. I just have to find it. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So I can't find it. so I will post a picture of that eventually, or talk about it next month.
Next week.
When I actually finish it. And I also pulled out this to be my purse project, but look at how stuffed it is. I'm going to need to get a new purse project, but Sunday, the yarn store's having mini skein swap, and then we're going to start an Advent sock. So I will have a purse project. So I pulled out my Brioche Land, which is a shawl.
So pretty.
This is the wrong side. This is the right side.
I like the other side.
And I've been knitting on it am re-knitting on it. Like I had it in timeout for a while, and then I've been working on it pretty constantly, like as a purse project. So the gray is Leading Men Fiber Arts, and the pink is hand spun. So it's really, really a fun pattern, and I really like knitting brioche. So those are like my current works in progress.
All the things.
Knitting or crochet works in progress. Next up,
I don't have any spinning.
You spin me right round.
Mm-mm.
No spinning?
I haven't spun since, where'd we go? Michigan?
Oh, that's sad. I haven't had a lot of spinning time, so I'm still working on my mashup that I'm working on. But I finished the purple, and I started, which I didn't bring it up here, but I started, you can see my cool little train case. I started the other colors, which is 2 different braids. Like one is pinks and purples and blues, and the other one's like a blue tweed. So I'm spinning that for the 3rd ply. The purple I finished. I didn't bring the bobbin up, but I'm also working on, okay, so this, on my other wheel, I have this bright green that I'm spinning. It's called Parakeet. So I have to finish that, and then obviously I'll apply them together. So that's my spinning. How about weaving? Do you have any weaving?
No.
Okay, I totally have weaving, and it's new weaving. You guys are going to be like, oh my gosh. So
what did you start now?
And they had make and takes. And the first one was on pin looms. And of course I bought it. A pin loom like this.
Okay.
So this is a 2x8. So like if you have a Zoom loom near you at your store, sorry, my chair keeps lowering. A Zoom loom, like this would fit 2 of them. So the lady who was teaching it, she like weaves all the things. Like I met her at the Wisconsin Knit In. She was the one with the really cool scarf, and we talked. So she was there, and she was doing these make and take. So I did that, and I made this as a sample. So then I bought the loom, and I made this one. And I'm going to use these as gifts for Christmas for my Bible study. And this one. But then I like added beads and tassels on the bottom. Like I did this yesterday. I'm so proud of it. So I have like a bunch of beads that are just one.
Yeah.
But like, so they're like little, I'm going to make a bunch more. And it uses DK or sport weight yarn. So I have like some DK and sport weight yarn. And I have it like in my Hinza that I got at Zombie Knitpocalypse. Hinza.
I don't think you ever showed that.
Because it's been just sitting there waiting for a project, and this fits in perfectly. See? Wait, wrong way. Anyway, so I'm like super excited about that. And then the next day, she had another make and take on this 10.5-inch continuous thread weaving, which is what I'm like doing right now. So you do it and you like do continuous thread, like Michigan Fiber Festival, across from us, they always have the triangle ones. And I'm
Yeah.
always like, how does that work? So now I know. Anyways,
Yeah.
so that is held in this bag that we got from Fox River Fibers. We're having a knit along with kits from Leading Men, and they come with this bag. And so I got a bag. Anyway, so this one is making dishcloths right now. So this is the one that I made at the make and take, and it's a little wonky because I haven't washed it, so it's like just off the loom. And then I made this one also wonky and just off the loom, and so
That's
I'm
cool.
making this other one because I needed some dishcloths. But the lady who was teaching it, her name's Jane. She had a shawl that she used like wool, and she made one this, and then she, I guess, has a triangle, the same size triangle loom. And so she made like 2 squares and sewed them together, and then 2 triangles. And so it like is like a capelet almost, and it like just fits around your shoulders, and you don't need a shawl pin or anything, and it looks so cool. So she had like a bunch of ideas, like just sewing stuff together. She was wearing like a really cute like vest that she had made from like sewing together like triangles or like little squares. So like I have like a ton of ideas. Like I'm practicing right now with the cotton just to get better at, but they're so much fun. So yeah. So I have that. This is the continuous thread. It's really cool. So yeah.
Nice.
New obsession. I was already obsessed with weaving, so it's not anything really new.
You're funny.
So I have some plans because people keep giving me like acrylic yarn, and it's the ladies from my Bible study. And so I have plans to finish the scarf that's on my loom and warp up some of that acrylic yarn and then just make like little tote bags for them.
Yeah.
So that'll be happening sometime this month. Anyway, that's my weaving plans. Like finishing fall. I don't know. I'm calling it both. Is what I'm doing right now. I'm finishing things.
You better hurry because fall is almost over.
I know.
It's getting cold out. Look I'm sporting a Christmas shirt.
That's awesome.
Because I'm all about Christmas. Hey,
okay. Oh yeah.
I love it.
Andy and Bella got it for me at Five Below, and it came with color changing hot chocolate, but it didn't really color change.
What's it supposed to change into? What
like
color?
When you stir it, it was supposed to change, but it didn't. It was like a white hot chocolate. I put it in coffee, so maybe that's why.
Oh, probably.
Okay. So now we're on to binging. Have you been binge reading or watching anything?
Yes. I've been binge reading the Mercy Thompson World series. So like that and Alpha and Omega. And I just finished Dead Heat. So yeah, I've been kind of cruising through those. I'm about to start Night Broken. My goal is to be able to read I think there's like 2 or 3 that I haven't actually read.
Oh, you're in for a treat. There's one I haven't read yet still, the winter one.
So that's where I'm headed. And then we started The Walking Dead over again. So we've been
They're
watching.
so young.
Yeah. So it's crazy. But yeah, but then I told them that we need to watch Fear of the Walking Dead because you said you like that one more.
Yeah, after the first season, definitely.
But yeah, I also finished, and I was going to show you, but Chloe's sitting right next to me, and people and children are up because it's parent teacher conferences today, so like they had a half day. Anyways, I finished all my Christmas pajamas up at Crafters Retreat. So awesome. I was going to show those, but I won't.
I understand.
But yeah, so that was my main thing that I worked on up there.
Yeah, so I have been reading a bunch of books. Currently, I have 2 on hold that I just needed time away from, and I'm reading one called Spiked, which is kind of interesting, and one called Toxic Dust. I'm not sure about that one. But I have started watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
I haven't even started yet.
Well, do you know that there's an app and you can keep track of them. So I downloaded the app. Let me show you the app picture.
I think my children would revolt.
This one right here, that red one.
Okay.
So you can click on it and it's from Hallmark. And I don't sign in, but you can go and pick the movies you want to watch. You can set reminders,
Oh.
but you can like click. I've
Chloe's over
watched
here
10
like
movies so far. I've watched 10 movies so far. So, yeah.
Chloe's over here like laughing so hard at you.
That's
Simon.
cool. But they have like different things in there. So you can like, it's not just for Christmas movies. It's for all of their movies, but I just keep it for Christmas.
Nice.
So, and we rearranged the living room. So we're on random randomness now.
Oh,
We rearranged.
speaking of Chloe,
Oh,
she wanted me to show
that's
off
cute.
her little cow. It's not fully assembled yet.
That's super cute. Oh,
Ooh, there we go.
that's so cool.
Oh, that's like really heavy. Yeah, her little strawberry cow.
That's
So
fun.
cute. What? Oh, she put. I was to say it was heavy. She put like weighted things. How big are they? You can talk. Well, it's not that big. She put like bean bags in,
Oh, that's smart.
and it's old stuffing stuff.
All right. So
My children are
randomly.
like, do you want to be on the podcast? You can come say hi.
No.
Okay. Don't do that, please. Sorry. Randomness.
Yeah. So we kind of rearranged the living room so we can put our tree up. We haven't put it up yet. But Aspen's coming to sleep over, so we're going to let him help decorate.
Fun.
Yeah, next week. So we went to Crafters Retreat.
It was way fun.
Yeah. Before that, I had a trunk show at Spry Whimsy, which is a yarn store up near Madison. And that was fun. And then we did inventory at Fox River Fibers, so that was crazy. And then this last weekend, I went to an all fiber arts retreat in Green Bay.
You're like fantastic. I feel like doing inventory at a yarn shop would be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Or
it
was
was
it
very hard not to buy everything.
Right? You just get to like see and touch and count all the yarn.
Yeah. So that's what's going on here. So it's been kind of crazy busy.
Yeah, I can't believe it's November and that we like are halfway through it.
I legit was talking to someone and I was like, oh yeah, that's October or something. We can do that when it comes up. And then the person I was talking to was like, it's November, honey. And I was like, oh, that's right. Like I know it in my head, but I still feel like it's October.
All right. We we've done stuff outside. I closed up our pool and we need to like plastic our chicken coop. That's what we'll do this weekend. If it stops raining. It's been raining the last couple days.
Yeah.
But yeah, soccer's over, so that's kind of nice. Not as busy of running around to games and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like starting to like craft for Christmas presents. I need to do Christmas PJs.
I still need to do the shirts.
Yeah.
But I haven't got that far.
I have one more show coming up in 2 weeks. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And then I can focus on other things.
I was thinking of like teacher gifts of doing just that soup in I didn't do it in a jar. I did it in a bag last year, which was
That's a good one.
Because it's easy-ish and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, so anything else randomly going on?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Nice.
I don't think so for me. Okay, so we will see you guys next month.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna schedule it right now after we turn this off, and so
Yes.
we will for sure be back next month.
Yes.
But thanks for joining us. You can find our show notes at the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.